Here we go.
I will massacre you!
We're here to fuck shit up.
Oh, good for you! I'll smack you in the mouth!
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Injustice for All podcast. I'm Mac.
And I'm Mike G.
And welcome back to the way less shitty show.
It's a little less shittier now.
Yes.
We have technology.
So the biggest update is no longer is Mike and Mac screaming into a tape recorder on a fucking kitchen table. We have real microphones now. We have a full-on soundboard. I have a soundboard now, which lets me do stuff like this.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it too. He's a nice guy.
It's a Roadcaster.
Yeah, Roadcaster Pro. And then also one of our favorite buttons.
Oh, good for you!
Yes.
Fantastic.
And then whenever one of us makes a bad joke, which is inevitable,
Yeah.
that's how you're going to know.
I'm going to need to push that a lot.
Yeah?
Oh, for you.
Sure. But that's the big update. I don't know if you could tell on your end.
I hope so.
I hope so, too.
I'm so happy.
Look at this stuff.
This looks dope. This looks like we actually know what we're doing.
We don't.
No. No clue.
This is essentially just a bigger tape recorder.
Yeah.
We were yelling at one of those taco boys from fucking Home Alone.
Can you hear me?
Oh, man. And then the other big update
Yes.
is it has been confirmed
What is?
that Batman Forever is worse than Batman and Robin.
How is that confirmed?
Because I fucking said so.
No.
That's why.
No.
Yes, it is. And I can prove it mathematically.
Okay.
Okay. Batman and Forever.
Yes.
Think about Batman movies. The whole point of Batman movies is the villains,
All right.
right?
Okay, before we even start, what is your favorite Batman movie?
My favorite Batman movie? Mm-hmm. I mean, The Dark Knight is clearly up there.
Yeah.
And then it's probably going to be followed by the two Michael Keaton ones,
Yeah.
the original. That's
Yeah.
it. And then
Yeah.
I can really give a shit about the rest.
Yeah.
The Bane one is fun just to do the Bane voice. Like,
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But and then obviously the two bastard children, Batman and Forever and Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you right now, Batman and Robin is more watchable because it's so bad it's good. Okay? That's why. And George Clooney as a fucking Batman is just part of the fucking freak show that makes that fucking thing good.
It's so cringeworthy. It was when he was like pretty hot on ER.
Yeah, that's a Caesar haircut day is what I call it.
Yeah. And he's
Never leave the cave with that. Like, shut up, faggot.
he's
Like, God.
bobbing his head around.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
back when he was like Team American World Police fucking, asshole.
Hey, Freeze. I'm Batman. Like, I think he knows.
That guy who played Robin, though, was great.
Chris O'Donnell?
Yeah. I liked him as
Yeah.
Robin.
Huh?
I liked him as Robin.
I guess.
I mean, better than anybody else's Robin.
Has anybody else played Robin?
I don't know.
Like the 60s version?
Oh, Bob Ward, whatever.
I still think the Batman Forever is closer to the Tim Burton than...
No.
Yes.
No. Well, look at this, okay?
Well, it's a new direct. You have to say Joel Schumacher. He did his little dance on that.
He did both those.
Yeah, he did Batman, Robin, and Batman
Forever.
Yeah.
But the thing is here's my biggest piece of evidence.
All right.
Okay, Batman Forever's villains, Two-Face and the Riddler,
Yes.
they're the same fucking dudes. They're the same fucking character.
Well,
No.
there was a backstory to that. There's a backstory
Is there?
to that. Yeah, Tommy
Is
Lee
the
Jones.
backstory that
Tommy
they were in
Lee
each other's
Jones-
back doors? They're a couple goo gobblers?
So Tommy Lee Jones was going to take the role very serious.
Oh, yeah, I heard about all this.
And then Jim Carrey walks on the scene. And he's fucking Jim Carrey at his prime. at this time.
1994, like
Yeah.
Jim Carrey, yeah. I don't think he did that in 94, but I'm saying he's around that time.
Yeah. So he was just popping. And so he felt like because Jim Carrey was stealing the scene that he had to get crazy as well.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you right now, that movie, because there's way less redeeming value in Batman Forever. Batman Forever. First of all, there's nipples on the batsuit.
Yeah. That was
Okay.
Joel Schumacher's
Yep.
decision.
And then there's also, they zoom in on every bat butt.
Joel Schumacher.
Val Kilmer, while not as bad as a Batman as George Clooney, was still not a very good Batman. He was a good Bruce Wayne,
Yes.
but he was a bad Batman.
Yeah.
And, dude, the villains are the same thing. It's either you solve this riddle, and if you get it wrong, you're dead. You have
this is a
50-50
terrible
shot.
movie.
And then the other one's like, I flip a coin, heads you live, tails you die. It's
Yeah.
the same, and they both just Jim Carreying all over each other.
Yeah.
It's not a good movie. Plus, the plot is like, what, our TV sucks your brains out, and now I know what your fucking combination to your safe is?
It is a flash into the society that we are in today.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
I love it.
I'm gonna use my board
I
when
love
I
it.
can.
But no, you can say what you will, but I think Batman Forever.
Batman Forever or Batman and Robin. If that's on, I'll watch that before I'll watch Batman Forever.
I remember as a kid wearing a Batman and Robin shirt,
Yeah.
seeing it in the theater,
Okay.
and thinking, "This is a pile of shit."
Oh, Batman Forever.
Yeah, no, Batman and Robin. This is 1998.
Yeah, but also Batman Forever. We just didn't know it was a piece of shit just because Jim Carrey was in it, and Jim Carrey was the biggest thing on the fucking planet.
I didn't like it as much. I thought it was. I didn't. You know, when they
So-
show the opening scene and Batman shoots him with like the electricity gun thing.
Yeah.
And they're I didn't like that. I was just like, ugh.
But I'm telling you,
It's
I
too
watched
cartoony.
because after we talked about it, I went back and watched them.
Yeah.
And Batman and Robin, I legitimately had a good time just because I was laughing. Everybody, chill, you know, like.
What killed the dinosaurs?
The Ice Age. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just so bad the whole time.
Yeah.
The man with an ice cold heart. Like it's just so bad the whole time that you just know it's going to be stupid.
Mr. White Christmas.
Oh yeah, he makes them watch
Mr.
that and like, sing
Snow.
the songs.
Yeah.
But you just know that it's going to be trash the whole time, so it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And then I watched Batman Forever, and I was just fucking miserable the whole time. The city has that over gothic, the type look that makes it look like garbage.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about Val Kilmer. I don't really give a fuck about Robin that much. Their fucking Batmobile looks like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking. Why is it glowing blue if you need to be like stealthy?
It's ribbed.
Yeah,
Your
it's
pleasure.
like ribbed. It looked like somebody gutted a dead fish and
Yeah.
like was like, make a car out of that.
Yeah.
Build me a car.
Yeah. They're selling toys.
But I'm telling you, I rewatched them.
Yeah.
And Batman Forever is the worst one.
I've taken a poll. I've talked to 3 people about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they all agree Batman Forever was better.
Yeah, but no one cares what they think. And
So,
then, did you have any updates for me?
updates.
Besides this fucking sweet ass board?
This board is pretty fantastic.
Yes, it is.
People just suck, man.
What do you mean?
People, they're ruining our little patch of dirt.
Okay, there's definitely something happened. Did it happen on the way here? Are you mad at him? Is it the door?
So, earlier this week, I had a little experience. I wanted to use the community pool for the housing development that I live in.
Okay.
I had the key and had a little fob on it. Used the fob, walked in there, and I was high as a kite.
Okay.
All right. So I saw it and I was like, dude, this is going to be great. This is going to be fantastic. I'm so juiced. There's like barely any people there. And as we were walking up, I hear, excuse me. And I look, oh, there's a security guard. It's a white boy raised by his mommy, a little overweight. And he says, oh, do you have your driver's license? And I was like, my driver's license? I was like, no, man, I'm wearing swim shorts. And he's just like, no, you need your driver's license to use this pool. I'm like, what? And so he's asking me and my friend, and we're like, no, we don't have. We're in swimsuits.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, but that you have to show residency to use the pool.
They used to do that, like the apartment pools near where me and my buddies lived. They,
Yeah.
we had to sneak into their apartment pools, and otherwise we had to have like a key to an apartment to prove that like we actually belong.
Yeah,
there.
and see, we had the key, we had the fob, but then still he wanted ID. He wanted identification. So not only did he want your driver's license, if your address is not the same as the house that's in the development, then you have to have proof. You have to have a PG&E bill, a Comcast bill.
like you're picking up a fucking gun.
Yeah. And I was like, dog, come on. I'm so high. I really don't want to go back to the house and go get this. And he was just so serious about it. And I was like, all right. And that was pretty much it. But anyone else I could see being very upset about that
Yes.
and being butthurt about. I mean, I was a little upset because I was like, oh fuck, I wanted to go swimming. I mean, I had another alternative. I went to the gym. They're just down the street,
And there's a pool there.
yeah, there's a pool there, and we wound up swimming there instead.
You just have to show your cock at that one.
Not
If
on
it fits- if
not
it
on
touches
a,
the back of my mouth, you get to swim.
not the last Fridays of every month.
Was that like some Muslim gay shit?
No, it's actually you just bring free people on the last Friday of every month.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's fun.
yeah. I didn't invite you. So I
I peed one time. Did
I
I tell you about the time I shit in the hot tub?
you shit in a hot tub.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Okay. So I'm about like, I think I was like 13. I had a couple buddies of mine, and I was talking about the apartment pools, right?
Yeah.
Like, so we snuck into the apartment pools. We get in the hot tub, and I'm sitting there, and I'm in there with the hot tub. I got my arms up, and I'm there with 2 other buddies. And all of a sudden, I feel like I have to fart. And I'm like, it doesn't feel anything abnormal, you know? And then all of a sudden, so I go to fart, and I'm like, ugh. And then I lift up a cheek, and then I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, I just, at the bottom corners of both my eyes, I just see this darkness. It's a brown fog that's starting to wrap around my chest like an embracing loved one.
No, that's a cloud of shit.
Oh, well, that's as soon as I looked down, and then right when I was able to look down and see it, it hit the jet to my right and shot across the hot tub. And my buddy, who shall remain nameless, is the first person I've ever seen. He's over waist deep in water, and he jumps straight up out of the water, doesn't touch anything, and lands on the side of the hot tub. And he goes, "What the fuck?" And he just starts, and I just hop out, and I start, "Oh my God, it came out of the pipes.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. It must came from the sewer." And I'm freaking out, and like, so I just ran out of there, and I remember mushing my butt up against this ivy wall and just shitting down the ivy wall at a finish. And
So you
then
had
I ran home, and I frog walked upstairs and took a shower.
So you had mud butt.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was like 12 or 13.
I thought you were going to say like 2 weeks ago.
No, I was like, 23. I
All
don't know.
right.
I'm just kidding. But so the funny part is that so I convinced my buddies. They were like, "You shit in the hot tub." I was like, "No, dude, it came out of the pipes, blah, blah, blah." And I had them convinced, and I just totally forgot about it. And then so a decade goes by. We're in our 20s.
Yeah.
And I meet up with these same friends. I'm still friends with them. And we meet up at a party, and they go, "Hey, man, remember that time back in the day when we were kids and all that crazy shit came out of the pipes?" And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? What? I had no idea what they were saying.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Well, dude, we were at this house party the other night, and we were in there with this chick. Same thing happened. We were all sitting there, and we fucking..." And I was like, stop right there. Stop it. You know I shit in that hot tub, right? And they go, what? And I'm like, I shit my fucking pants in that hot tub.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that water in your hot tub, it's on a circuit. It's not being fed from the sewers. Why would... It's the same water that just repeats through the cycle.
They're just brewing in her chunky soup.
Well, and then they were like, "Holy fuck!" It just blew their fucking mind that I actually shit in that hot tub. I was like, "I got news about your girlfriend. She fucking shit in that hot tub, bud."
She had mud butt.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it actually says on the side in like public pools, it says if you are feeling the symptoms of diarrhea
Within the last like 10 days or whatever. Yeah.
do not go into the jacuzzi because
Yeah.
it just warms it up and gets it out.
The funny part was also another funny part was the next day we were riding our bikes past the hot tub,
Yeah.
or past the gated off pool area,
Yeah.
and there was these two old, just pterodactyl women, and they were sitting like lounging, and they're like, "There's the boys who shit in the hot tub," and I remember like, "It came out the pipes," and I'm riding by on my bike.
So what do you think? Do you think it's
I
a
think
little
that might-
excessive?
I think that story that I just told you
Yeah.
might be one of the reasons they require so
No,
much.
I mean, I totally agree.
verification.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
But what I was trying to explain to the security guard in so many words is like, we're not black.
What the fuck? What does that mean?
I mean, you know,
Black people they're not known as big swimmers.
not all, but there are some. I mean, I
that
work,
is the only time not all has been used in a racist way.
but you have to go back. I used to work at an apartment complex.
Yes.
And we had a public pool, and they threw everything into that pool.
What, like the beer bottles or something?
Swisher
Like what?
wrappers, beer bottles, weaves, maxi pads, shoes,
Ooh.
clothing, towels, bicycles, scooters, chairs, bags of their household garbage in the pool.
Just like not even swimming, just walking by and throw their garbage in the pool.
Yep. Shitting in it.
Wow.
Just just absolute animals. And so, I mean, at the moment when I was at our community pool, I was a little bit upset
Okay.
that I wasn't allowed to swim. But I took a moment. I thought to myself, was that a logical reason? And I said, yes. Because we live in a shithole where we have to show 3 forms of ID to use our community fucking pool.
I was like, is this gonna work? Nah, bud. You better bring your passport if you
Yeah.
want to take a dip.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much where we're at. And you can only bring in 1 guest.
That was a bomb.
Was it bad?
Yeah, no, it was my bomb.
Yeah. But I mean, it just shows where we're at. It just shows it's not getting any better. Please stop playing footsie with me. But it's not getting any better.
We're supposed to do with this big ass erection now.
You were saying that you're a fan of Adam Carolla.
Yeah. I heard his show before. I tend to like it, but the times I do catch it, but I'm not a subscriber or anything.
Yeah. He was talking to a guy, and he was explaining. He's from Is it Hannity? Is he's on Fox News?
Sean Hannity, yeah.
I believe that's his name.
Sean Hannity.
He's a pretty level-headed conservative guy.
For the most part, yeah. He could be
Yeah.
a bit wild, but for the most part, he's really seen as kind of like a level-headed conservative. But
Yeah.
he gets on Trump's jock a little bit.
Okay.
But that's it, yeah.
Yeah, so this guy, he grew up in California, in the Bay Area.
You sure that wasn't Tucker Carlson?
I don't know. It was a white guy.
Did he? It's Fox News. Everybody's a white guy. But yeah, Tucker grew up in San Francisco. I know that.
Okay. So then it was one of these white guys that's on Fox News.
Yeah, pick one.
And he moved away from California and went to the East Coast, came back, went to San Francisco, and was shocked at what he found when he came back.
What did he find?
There's no such thing as middle class. There's no such thing as cleanliness.
No.
There's no such thing as if you work hard, you can get what other people can't get.
In San Francisco, if you work hard, that means you just pushed a real hard shit out.
Yeah.
Onto the sidewalk.
Yeah.
In front of bystanders.
You worked really hard to get your heroin to shoot up in the local community heroin shoot-up spot.
Oh, good for you.
Have a soundboard.
So, Adam Carolla was talking about, he said at some point in time that the people that are running the area, be it Los Angeles, San Francisco, the greater East Bay, there has to be an awakening moment when they're putting barbed wire on the freeway signs, or they're having to section off things, and because there's so much crime. Just like down the street from, I don't want to say what it is, but there's a main street and there's a school nearby, and they have to close all of the businesses during lunch hours.
And the cops have to herd them out of
Yes.
the area. I know exactly
They have
what
to
you're talking
lock
about.
down
Yeah.
Taco Bell, Starbucks,
Burger King was a big one.
Yeah, all of them. Every single one of these places that's near, even the gas station that's near this school, they have to lock down in fear. And it's not off-campus lunch. These kids are, they're sneaking out.
Yeah.
And just causing a fucking scene. Why is it? How has it gotten to this point? Why haven't we had this awakening moment, much like a father that is fucked up on pills and he goes into his daughter's bedroom and grabs her piggy bank, smashes it, and starts rummaging through the change and the money, and then looks at himself in the mirror and goes, "Oh man, what have I become?"
A lot of people don't have those moments for themselves. Like they don't have that "what am I doing" kind of moment. They just keep pushing. They just keep pushing through it. But I mean, the reason that particular high school area has to shut down all of its businesses after school gets out and the cops have to herd them all away from the businesses is because it's a total teardown of social fabric and sense of community. They don't give a fuck about their community.
Yeah.
They don't. They don't care about their neighbors. They don't care. And this isn't a race thing. That's just any of these highly dense fucking city areas, or like highly dense suburban areas even.
I think it's more of a culture.
Oh no, it certainly is a cultural thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I remember hearing the story because a friend of mine is a cop in that area.
Okay.
And he was telling me, he goes, "Yeah, dude," he goes, "Burger King had to shut down." He goes, they would show up, they would beat up employees. He goes, they would take knives and cut open all the cushions in the seats. They'd break windows. He goes, it was just out of control. He goes, they have to shut down every day, every school day, for a couple hours.
Would you like to know what I think
Yeah.
the problem is?
Is I wish I had like a beat button to cover all these N-words that are coming our way.
It doesn't have to deal precisely with the black community,
I don't think so, no.
but a majority of the issues are coming from the black community. Now it's Mexican, it's Asian, it's white, it's everybody.
Yes.
But when you start giving free handouts to people that don't fucking deserve it and don't respect it, because they don't give a shit about shit.
You're talking about the entitlement.
Just like what you're talking about. If you have the state paying for you to live in a house, let's just say the rent's $3,000.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have Section 8. Cool. You pay $200 a month.
Tops.
Are you going to give a fuck about the fridge that's provided for you, or the oven, or the bathroom, the garage, the front lawn? No, we've all seen it. We've seen it. We've driven by the houses in the nice community, and then you see that one house that's got a couple Lexuses on fucking rims,
Well,
the front yard's dead,
So
and
I
there's
lived
garbage all around it.
That neighborhood, which is behind the particular school we're talking about.
Yes.
I used to live there.
Yeah.
And
I used to deliver papers over there.
yeah, that area, it's beautiful houses up and down the whole street. The whole place is gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
But that entire neighborhood is riddled with Section 8.
Filth.
It's not even filled. It's just Section
It's
8.
filth.
But the thing is, you can drive by and pick out each one that's fucking Section
Yeah.
8. The grass is dead. There's fucking 10 cars in front of the fucking
All the
house.
screens are popped out of the windows, or they're sitting on the roof.
The door's just front door's always open.
Yeah,
for no
trash
reason.
outside,
There's
just
garbage.
everywhere. And I would have this argument with my old site manager. She had a soft spot for these people that lived in these communities, especially people that lived on Section 8. And when I tried explaining to her, not all, but most people that are on Section 8 are ignorant pieces of shit that don't have any regard for anybody else's property, not even their own. They'll destroy their own vehicle, crash it into other people's cars just to prove a fucking point. Why? Because they didn't earn that vehicle. The state paid for it.
That's a good point.
Yeah. And it just, there needs to be, like, I don't know. I mean, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We're going to have to just grab all of our shit, and we're going to have to leave and go where it's a little bit wider.
Well, no,
but
there's a couple ways to at least. You're not going to solve that problem just because some people are just going to be pieces of shit their whole lives.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the prisons. They're filled with people like that. What you can do, though, is you can start siphoning off some of these entitlement programs by having these standards that you apply, i.e. you have the work program, where you
Yeah.
have to work a certain amount of hours
Yeah.
per week at some kind of sanctioned job. And then also, what was the other? Drug testing. Why every time somebody brought up, like, you should have to take a drug test to get
Yeah.
food stamps, all this stuff,
Absolutely.
they're like, no, that's fucking racist.
Oh, I
I was like,
know.
I wasn't mentioning race. If a fucking white person's doing meth, I don't want them fucking getting that money either.
anything.
Yeah.
I
was
want
like,
you stone cold sober.
and looking for work. I have
Because
to fucking
if-
stay sober. I can't put you do any drugs for my job.
I
And-
smoke.
yeah.
I drink.
I
It's
drink.
whatever. But
I drink cum.
only on Saturdays. You're just gonna let it keep
And
going.
you're lucky I don't just fucking just mush this thing like a Mortal Kombat controller and just fucking have everything play.
So, what I was gonna say was,
Let them finish laughing, Mike.
audience. Damn it! You made me lost my.
I have no idea what
lost
we're
my
talking about.
motherfucking thought.
I just had a killer joke. The crowd loved it. I'm feeling real good about myself.
Yeah. So, I just think it's a problem when you give out handouts. Stone cold sober. So, if you're able to buy weed,
Yeah.
then you don't need food stamps.
You're able to buy tattoos.
Yeah.
You don't need food stamps.
You don't need food stamps.
If you have a fucking finance car where you're paying $600 a month, you don't need fucking food stamps.
Yeah. If you're coming in and you're testing positive for alcohol being in your system within the last it goes up to like 24 hours or whatever.
Does it?
I think so.
I don't care about alcohol, really.
I do. I do. Because
alcohol should be-
it's inebriating you, and you're not able to get yourself on the fucking right track, Jack, because you're going to be living in a van down by the river, because I'm no longer going to give you fucking assistance.
Okay, so if somebody's perpetually drinking, like they're day drinking and they're not doing their shit, I get that. Yeah, okay, now apply the alcohol thing to them. But living in a harsh situation like that, you need to have some kind of mental.
Well, obviously,
relief.
if they're going to be providing these tests to make sure that you're capable of getting these benefits, then you just don't do anything, right? If you know that every Wednesday, you have to go in for a test, preferably after work,
And a Wednesday, yeah, that's fine.
then just don't do it. I mean, that's like with these guys in the NFL or the NBA. Don't smoke, dog.
Yeah,
They know that they're going to have a
dollars
test.
away.
They know that they're going to have a piss test
Yeah,
weeks, months in advance, and they still do it. Why?
that's sweet, sweet Chiba.
Ignorant.
Ignorant.
You know, my buddy Damon used to say,
What?
"Hey, Mike, that's nigga logic."
That's what he calls it.
He called it nigga logic. I gotta give it to him.
Damon is a black man. For anybody. Who's
Oh yeah,
wondering.
he's from East Oakland. He's one of the coolest black dudes I've ever met. Terrible work ethic. Terrible work ethic. He was so sleepy all the time.
He stayed
Didn't
up
know-
all night.
He didn't know where anything was, and he worked with me for over 2.5 years. Yeah, he'd disappear for hours, and then he'd come back, wiping the sleep out of his eyes.
Yeah, I can tell you where he went for hours. Took a nap.
Yeah, he went to his auntie cousin's friend's house that lived in the community.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and that's not a racial thing. That actually happened.
It's just his family members.
Yeah,
live there.
but he pretty much said he's from East Oakland, and that's just the way that they think, and it's just nigga logic. When you're done with your bag of chips, just ball it up. You throw it on the ground.
See, I'm littering for me is like I don't know why I always feel guilty when I litter, so I don't litter.
Because you have morals.
I don't know.
You
what
have
it is.
morals. No, that's a moral thing right there for
I just
you
feel
not to
gross if I
yeah.
throw it on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah. I littered once. I think once when I was in high school. And I mean, one thing throwing gum into a bush, but
Who gives a shit?
but when you're balling up some trash and you're throwing it out the window,
It's a little rough.
that's a little rough. But so
My girl fucking litters.
Ugh.
I catch her doing it. Like I was like, what the fuck? She's like rolling down her window, and I see it in her hand. I go,
Yeah.
And I roll her window back up, and she goes, what? I'm like, well, just fucking wait. I'll hit a gas station.
Just pop her a few times.
You know what? I do, and she's starting to respond less and less to it, mostly because she's unconscious.
Well, you got to close the fist while you do it.
Well, earlier this week, she caught a shin to a
Oh.
chin.
Oh, yeah?
Shin.
Shin chin?
Shin.
Oh, so that was my little rant about that.
That's
I
fair.
hate to see where we're headed. I hate to see where this is going.
But also, I mean, that's a symptom, not necessarily exclusive to us, but
No, it's everywhere.
Yeah, but it's highly concentrated in the areas that we live in. The
True.
Bay Area of California.
True.
Is one of the highest dense fucking areas.
And we live in a
America.
town that it's like it was rated one of the fastest growing cities.
Oh yeah, just
of-
the development that goes on here.
Just all of it.
Yeah.
Just this city in general has just blown up so quickly that I feel like Rome has got a little too big, too fast.
Burn Rome to the ground.
Yeah. Yeah. We put playgrounds and burn Rome to the ground. You
Burn
black
London
bastard.
to the ground. Yeah.
That's what we need. We need a Liam Neeson black.
Can you
bastard.
imagine a Liam Neeson running through low-income housing?
I want to see
Which
this.
one of you black bastards
I wanna-
threw this Funyun wrapper in my pool?
You can't tell me that would be a fucking great movie. Just we'll use CGI, we'll make him look young, and then his friend gets raped,
And he just
and he just goes around looking for that black bastard. Yeah, and he just starts killing.
But I think Liam Neeson is slowly becoming a mascot for this podcast. But
Yeah?
it's only young, racist, angry Liam Neeson.
I don't know who you are,
But I
but if
smell
you're black,
and I
you're a
smell the
bastard.
cocoa butter on you.
Hold on. Hoy, joy.
Does this go back to Irish?
Yeah.
Just have to start babbling like a leprechaun.
So what do you got?
So one of the things I wanted to talk about, I sent you the picture earlier this week.
Yeah.
So I didn't know this. Apparently you already did. But Amazon for a short while was selling, like, you know those real sex dolls, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
$5,000 sex dolls?
Yeah. I
And-
had to give you some knowledge.
Yeah, and like so, I saw those originally, and I was like, oh, those are cool, I guess, whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not buying one, but the dudes who do want that, go ahead. But for a while there, they had clearly child ones,
Oh yeah.
pedophile real sex dolls, and they were like, it was like a 10-year-old or 9-year-old girl.
Sometimes younger.
So I wanted to talk to you about the morality of selling a product like that. Like, do you think that should be allowed? They took it off Amazon. Somebody petitioned and got rid of it. But how do you feel about that being available to the public?
I don't know, man. I'm not really into big black dildos either, but people want them.
But the thing is a big black dildo isn't the morality, have the same, ethical issues as fucking a child does.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah,
But
they're close.
But I mean, if they have the prosthetic thing in front of them, I would imagine that they would point their efforts towards that plastic thing and take their vengeance
So
out on that, rather
like a punching bag.
yeah,
Just
rather
just a fucking sweet, cute ass punching bag.
yeah, exactly. But that they just keep it in the closet
All right, so
and just hose it out once a month.
oh, ew. I'm just thinking of like somebody hosing out a child sex doll. It's gross. But all right, so
I mean, you can throw it in the dishwasher if you want.
obviously pedophiles are
Yeah.
the worst people in society.
Yes.
Like it's not even fucking close.
Yeah.
It's shooters, pedophiles, and young
And it
Liam Neeson. That's pretty much it.
Don't put him on the same board.
The young back bastard child
he-
sex doll. I'm gonna fuck it to death.
He's a hero. No, Liam Neeson's a hero.
Is he?
Yeah. Did you ever see Rob Roy?
Oh, good for you.
Fucking 3 VHS horse shit.
So,
So what? All right. So obviously pedophiles are the fucking worst people ever.
yeah.
But what do we do with a guy who's never touched a child, never molested a child, doesn't want to molest a child, but he goes, I need help. The only thing I'm attracted to is children.
Okay.
What do I do? Because there's no therapy for that right now. They haven't figured out how to solve anything like that.
They kind of, that's, yeah.
So what do you think society should do with those people?
I would say provide them the best type of mental health that they could give them, but it's not available because it's such a shunned and frowned upon thing in our society.
Yes.
In other cultures, it's quite common.
Yeah. In Afghanistan, they do it.
Yeah, it's quite common.
It's called Chai Boys.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If you want to fuck a piece of rubber, regardless of what it looks like. I mean, I was on OfferUp, and I went. Did I send you the vampiress that I found?
The vampires.
She was a vampiress. She was a female vampire.
Okay.
Big ass titties.
I got this.
And some dude had her on OfferUp and said that it was a
yeah,
Halloween.
Yeah, and he had like rinsed it out, and he said
He hosed her out.
Yeah, he had hosed her. It was clearly a real sex doll, dressed up as a vampire, and that's what he's into. He probably read a lot of Twilight, and he was just punishing this fucking rubber fuck doll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he was just like, "Don't worry, I wiped it down," and shit like that. But yeah, I do remember you sending me that.
So, I don't know, man. I would say take it out on that. I know it's weird and I know it's gross, but at the same time, it's like I would rather it be a doll than a real human being.
Of course, naturally
taking that on.
But here's the devil advocate. Here's the other side of that coin.
Let me hear it.
Okay, say if you do give them the sex doll, the child sex doll,
Yes.
and it only they do fuck it. They try to take their anger out on it, but then it only, amplifies those urges, and now they want to escalate. Because to say that people don't escalate is just not being honest. Some people do escalate.
Some.
But and then with that rubber sex doll, you are risking at least a percentage of those people to escalate. The question is if
I would say it's a gamble. I'd be
it's a
willing
risk
to take
versus reward.
If I had a community of, I don't know, what do you want to say, a couple thousand, and then that was something that was brought up to like, oh, we gotta help these pedophiles. All right, well, it's
they were trying to add their P to the LGBTQ, like that
No
acronym.
shit.
It was called pedosexual, and they were trying to add it, but luckily, I guess the other people in the LGBT fucking whatever
QRS,
WX, Y, and Z, Batman symbol, coffee mug,
Yeah.
Whatever it is, but they shut it down.
yeah.
But they were really pushing.
They're like,
for that.
you cannot be a part of our imaginary
you
club.
kid fucker.
Yeah, you can't be a part of our imaginary club where we suck each other and fuck each other, and I'm a he and she's a sir.
Fucking.
You call me sir.
Yeah, it's them. I'm a proud them.
But yeah, if I had, I would like to try it out. Not the doll. I would like to try. I would like to try out having these people take their. I saw your finger go.
I know. I decided not to. I was gonna shut the fuck up, cunt you.
Yeah. I would be willing to see what results we get out of it. Much in our age group, we know the word "fap." And
Oh, yeah,
sometimes you
jerking
got
off,
sometimes you got to fap on it.
Yeah,
So
you gotta
maybe-
clear your head.
So
Knock the
maybe some
cobwebs out.
guy, he's driving home from work. He passes by a elementary school, junior high,
It's just-
and then he goes home, pulls out the doll, hoses her out.
You know what though? As fucked up as it sounds, I want to see that guy without him knowing that I'm watching. Just when he drives by the school, I want to see the sweat on his forehead. I want to see him bolt into his house,
Yeah.
rip out this fucking plastic doll, and just go to town on it. It's horrific as it's gonna be to see. It's also gonna be one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I laugh at really harsh shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Oh.
just like most things, we don't really have a proper alternative for other shit. So if you're a grown man or woman or whatever, and because that's pretty much all that there is, and you're attracted to children, then where do you go? I mean, you can't really talk to your doctor about it, or you can't. It's just so frowned upon.
Yeah.
So we need to get to a point to where those type of people can talk about that kind of stuff, just like with the whole abortion thing. People are all up in arms about abortion. Oh, you shouldn't be murdering babies and blah, 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 blah. Well, we don't really have an alternative yet.
Yeah.
We don't have any alternate avenue other than abstinence or abortion. So, until then, do whatever you want to do. If you feel comfortable with it, go for it. If it's a medical thing, absolutely. But if it's your third one, and you're like, I got the first two, the third one's free, and you're just that chick that's going in there and just racking up your fucking discount card like it's Dutch Bros.
You're talking about the people who use it as like solely as contraceptive.
They use that as contraceptive.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's the worst part. Like when you talk about abortion, like I said, I'm all for first trimester, but when you talk about an 8-month pregnancy, fuck you, that's a baby at that point. But the thing is like they always, anytime you try to just discuss abortion with somebody who's like hardcore pro-choice, they just immediately jump like, so you would rather have a rapist have their baby or incest, blah blah blah. I'm like, no, of course not. But guess what? That's less than 1% of actual abortions. Over 99% of them are just out of convenience or contraceptive.
Yeah.
It's because having a child right now would be inconvenient to the mother.
Yeah.
That's why. And I'm like, and you know what? If it's in first trimester, you should be able to do it at your own fucking convenience. You should. I'm like, to be practical about it. The morality issue is there. Like, I understand both sides of the argument. The problem is that like left wingers want to they make the argument like they just want to tell women what to do.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
These people are perceiving the murder of children.
Yeah.
And you're lucky all they're doing is just making you uncomfortable in front of a Planned Parenthood.
I mean,
because some people, if they perceive that kind of thing, they tend to get pretty fucking violent.
I don't agree with people that jumped far one way
Or the other.
or the other.
Yeah.
Can
There's
we
nuance to this
Can we
issue.
have more middle ground people that say, hey, yet again, we're on Mike G land.
Yeah.
Got a couple of thousand people. And I say, hey, people, guys, you really need to start pulling out. But if you're not, then this is the only alternative that we have. So we're going to put it to a vote.
I tell you what's...
Put it to a vote. And it has been put to a vote. If you, like I said in the last one, we live in California. You can do whatever you want.
I'll tell you right now what's going to knock down abortion numbers.
What's that?
Male birth control.
Yes.
If they develop a male birth
It's
control,
out there.
I would have fucking took that
It's
shit.
out there. But
I'd be taking it right
but
now.
our FDA won't approve it.
Why? There's got to be something going on with it then.
They want these children born out of wedlock.
Like helicopters.
Yeah. No, they do. They want these children to be raised by single mothers. They want them to be fatherless.
To feed the welfare state or something?
It feeds into their propaganda because if you have a single mom and she has a kid coming up and that kid, all he wants is stuff. He wants things. And more than likely she's going to try the best that she can, but she doesn't have a male dude in her fucking life. So then he wants free things. So what sounds good to him? Democrats. Democrats say, we will give you all the free shit that you want. Just sign right here. That's
true.
why they want all our illegal immigrants. That's why they want everybody's fucking immigrants. That's why they don't want the fucking wall. That's why they want all these people to live in poverty to feed off the fucking system.
You know what's funny is a good point I heard the other day was nobody who pushes for socialism is actually contributing to society.
Yes.
You never hear a cop
Nope.
fucking pushing socialism. You
Or a
never,
fireman.
Or fireman or fucking...
Teachers.
Maybe some No, a lot of professors do. But guess what?
Professors, but I'm
They-
talking
They
real
never
teacher.
give up their fucking money, though. And I'm like, all these people that, like, you'll never see a welder
Yeah.
fucking pushing socialism.
No.
You'll never see a carpenter or electrician fucking pushing
No.
socialism.
Or a contractor.
Or ever, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you'll never see any of those. But meanwhile...
self-made people.
this
people
fucking-
that get up and do the shit to make the fucking money. They don't wake up and put their hand out and say, give me some mo.
This fucking bozo over here working at, the Dollar Tree
Yeah.
with his fucking 4-year degree in lesbian dance theory.
Yeah.
He thinks socialism's a good idea. So let's go with that guy.
Or somebody that works at McDonald's and says, I want more money.
You're about to get... Like, guess what?
I can't live on this. I can't live on this money. Well, guess what?
You're not supposed to live off McDonald's money, you dumb
Your
bitch.
intelligence has brought you to this point, and so you need to live among your means. Sorry,
But
you're
so
not
far,
a
your means
fucking
is
scientist.
So far, your means is a medium fry.
Yeah, exactly.
This is spread it out. Spread it out throughout the week.
But they don't want to hear that because it hurts their fucking feelings. And that's the society that we're living in now. I mentioned it a few times. I live with some younger people. They range from 21 to 25, and all these guys. Sorry, dudes. You're a little bit pussified. I mean, they get shocked about some of the shit that I say. But it's the society that we're living in. And these aren't handout type of people. I mean, all these dudes, they all work. They all do their own shit. But they're pretty much pushed around by women, and their views are as if they're a woman.
You think like a woman?
Yeah.
Lesbian. Jesse Lee Peterson.
Yeah.
Oh, why
Oh.
did we have a lesbian button?
Oh, that'd have been great.
Oh.
I could do it for you.
Lesbians!
Okay, just to remind everybody, there will be a lesbian button
Yeah.
later on.
Yes. So it really upsets me when I go home and I see this shit. Dealing with a slight quarrel at the moment, not a big deal to me, but it's affecting my brother, and it's just lack of communication, people being problematic, and
Problematic. Why are you
problematic.
using that trash language?
I'm using that word because this
Did you hear that fart?
I heard it. This age group wants to be problematic with, especially the females want to be problematic with everything, and the demasculated men also want to be problematic. Everything sucks. Everything. Oh, wait till I tell you this. Da 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 da
It's
da.
like gossip culture.
Yeah.
The grievance culture.
Exactly. But as soon as someone like me steps in and says, "Hey, let's talk about that shit you've been talking to every fucking buddy else other than me
About me.
about me. Let's talk about it." And guess what I get? Silence. Nothing. I can't wait. I can't wait to get a proper response so I could sit in front of this person and discuss these things. Now, I don't have any animosity towards this person. I just have a problem with the society that's around us. That's what I'm blaming it on. I forgive this person for being in this system of Instagram, Snapchat, this just Facebook, just this garbage, and giving them this.
Hyper virtue signal.
Yeah, exactly.
Where a lot of people will say a lot of crazy shit online because it elicits a response they may want, but in actuality, in reality, they would never behave like that normally.
Exactly.
Yeah, I call it hyper. I guess we'll call it like digital emotional overload.
Like, how can you not deal with confrontation? You're creating confrontation by not talking to the fucking problem.
Well, that's one of the reasons everybody like in colleges today says like speech is violence.
Yeah.
Is because the thing is
Speech
on
is
this
violence. It's so
Yeah,
fucking horrible.
exactly.
Did you
It's
hear that
fuck-
the administrator? Something was said, and they took away. Something fucking happened. Someone said something at a college, and then the professor or administrator took them down, and I think they got fired. And it was all they're like, oh, free speech only goes so far. That was hate speech.
Hate speech is not
Shut
a thing.
the fuck up.
Here's a big fucking knowledge nugget for anybody who doesn't realize this. You don't need the First Amendment.
Yeah.
You don't need to make that rule for things that everybody agrees on.
Yeah.
You make that kind of rule because there's some things that people say that a lot of people don't agree with, and you need rules like that so they can be said. You know what I mean?
Elaborate.
Okay, so you would make a free speech argument because, like, if I was just saying things all the time that everybody always agreed with, why would I need to have a free speech thing when nobody would be calling out to silence me?
True.
That's why you have free speech, is for a quote-unquote hate speech. That's why you have the First Amendment, so you can say wildly unpopular things, because not all, but sometimes the unpopular thing is really the way to go.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, it was unpopular to say the fucking world is round.
Yeah.
And also you shouldn't beat up your women. And also you shouldn't throw gays off roofs. And in fact, some places, they still think it's a good idea.
Throw gays off roofs?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
And
do
I
that every
fuck-
Tuesday.
Oh,
TGI Fridays.
Is that what you guys are doing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
AIDS blood?
But no, this.
Mike's like, yeah, I got to go out to this gay function.
But just these people being problematic and hate speech, and it grosses me out when people are just like, just get someone is. So say you have a group of 10 people, and one of these people, call it 2 people, are ruining the vibe in the entire group. Shouldn't it be the group's decision to sit down with that person or people and say, hey, you're fucking it up? Right?
Yeah.
But not now. That's mean. That's rude. Don't say it. What we will do, though, is that this group that doesn't agree with those 2 people, we're going to talk so much shit about it and not do a fucking thing about it. And then when that person comes by, oh, hey, oh, you're my best
Ew,
friend.
the high-pitched fake voice.
Oh, my goodness, how are you?
I'll tell
And
you
as
right
soon
now,
as they
you never
walk out
heard
the
a dude
room,
do that fucking voice ever.
And as soon as they walk out the room, oh,
Fucking bitch.
so-and-so.
You dumb bitch.
Yeah. It's rough, dude. It's
I-
rough.
Speaking
Yeah.
of rough shit and what I mentioned earlier, gay
Did you get a
functions.
rash again?
I got a rash. It's on my belly. But no, so right now it's Pride Month.
Oh,
Now
Rainbow Month.
Yeah, no longer a Pride Parade. Now it's a whole month. Why not? I don't know if anybody's taken a look at what fucking Pride Parade has become.
Yeah.
There's nothing to be prideful about. It's the
What
most
is it?
shameful fucking thing I've ever seen.
It's like Mardi Gras.
Not even. Mardi Gras looks like a fucking Mormon birthday party compared to Pride Parade.
Wow.
Not even fucking with you. Not even
Wow.
close.
All right, lay it on me.
It's just a gigantic excuse to do all the drugs you can and essentially and literally have sex in the streets.
Wow.
Have you watched videos from Pride Parade?
Nah, I choose not to.
Fuck, I've been watching them for the last couple of years, just seeing how crazy it's gotten. 8-year-olds running around in Speedos, twerking for the whole crowd. You got dudes wearing all this crazy shit, and there's dudes blowing each other in the crowd and butt fucking in the crowd discreetly. You got all these, like, I do love the lesbian parts, the big silverbacks.
Lesbians!
But the lesbian crowd is fucking hilarious. They always
Yeah.
come by on motorcycles. They actually seem the most normal out of everybody.
Really?
They're not, yeah. It's the gay dudes that are getting fucking wild at this shit.
Yeah.
Why? I don't understand why you need to have this gigantic month, first of all, now, or parade. I understand gay people were persecuted for a while, but let's acknowledge the big jumps and leaps and bounds we've made towards that.
Yeah.
Okay? But why do you get a parade now? Just because you want to know the way I get the white stuff out of my dick?
Yeah.
Watch this parade. You know, like,
Yeah.
why do you get a parade for that now? Why do you get a Pride Month? I don't think we should have Black History Month either.
No, I agree.
I think there should be...
What about White History Month?
No. I don't want that either.
That's in July.
Is it? Oh, 4th of July? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, no, Jesse Lee Peterson said that White History
Oh, he
Month.
gave a month. No,
Yeah.
I don't want a White History Month.
He said
either.
July felt like
I don't
a white
think
month.
any fucking the only racial fucking holidays that should be allowed are like significant ones, like St. Patrick's Day and fucking shit like that. Like everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's Day, especially when you're looking for a black bastard.
Yeah.
But like those are the only kind of things I'll allow like really race get into because whatever, it's just celebrating a culture. Pride is not celebrating a culture anymore.
No.
Pride is now the fucking
Pride-
craziest shit in the world. We're also outside of San Francisco, so we
Yeah.
do have like the mecca of gay pride out here.
Yeah.
Watch those videos though.
I don't know.
Come on.
I
Fucking
I could
hot.
find better material.
You're gonna what? X videos?
No, I did pornmd.com.
Porn MD?
Yeah, it's like the Google of porn.
I figured that with Porn MD sounds like the Web MD. Like if something's coming out of your dick, and like it's clap.
This whole LGBTQ, R, S, Y, and Z, like this thing is just it's gotten out of hand. It's too much.
Yeah.
It's pushed, like you said, it went from a couple gay guys not wearing the shirts, they're wearing Speedos and they're covered in glitter and they want to be fabulous and they're walking down the street. That's fine. But if it's getting to the point where they're butt fucking out in the
Butt-fucking.
street and just being grotesque and Sodom and Gomorrah-ish, would you say?
Certainly, yeah. I would certainly classify it as around there.
All right. But where is Daddy to say, knock it off?
That's the
Stop
thing,
it.
though, is like a lot of people are afraid to tell certain groups of people to knock their shit
Fuck
off.
off, then.
Because then they'll be called, a bigot and a racist or all this
God,
other shit.
yeah.
And like now people are afraid. I'm here to tell you, I'll say it myself.
Yeah.
Knock this fucking shit off
Yeah.
because you know what you're doing when you go to that fucking drug fuck fest? I'm
Yeah.
like, you're basically proving all those fucking Bible thumpers in the Midwest absolutely right.
Yeah.
You're doing it. You're proving them like when they say like they're ruining our society and it's shameful and it's simple. When you go to that thing and you watch the videos of it, you're like, holy fucking shit, this is out of control.
Yeah. Meanwhile, there's liberals going, well, that's just gays just being gays.
And then everybody else is like, those fucking people would just make excuses for this type
Yeah.
of behavior. I'm like, if you're gay and you want to be gay, that's fine.
That's where we're at,
Nobody
dude.
gives a
But
fuck.
do you
But
see-
if you're sitting there just blowing off all this fucking despicable, fucking shameful behavior,
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
Exactly. We should have that on a T-shirt.
followed by,
It's, I mean, in a small quarter of a Costco sample size.
Okay.
I'm seeing that in the group that I'm around.
Uh.
They're just letting the toxicity grow, and they let it just grow, but they don't do anything about it. They just let it keep growing. They keep talking about how it's getting worse, but they don't do anything about it.
No, they I don't know if they're doing it because what, they're addicted to the absurdity and just want to see how big it gets, or because they're just so terrified of being labeled those naughty words and want to signal to all their friends about how tolerant I am and whatever fucking, that they'll just allow like that's like saying like, I don't want to limit my kid and make him conform to society. Meanwhile, your kid's eating fucking rat poison. Like, well, that's his decision.
Or the pods.
Yeah, it's a Tide Pods. That's his decision. Who am I to tell him blah, blah, blah? You know who you are? A fucking bystander with an objective opinion.
Yeah.
Or subjective. Doesn't matter. It's still an opinion.
I don't really agree with who the person is, but Jordan Peterson.
You don't like Jordan Peterson?
The Canadian?
Yeah.
He's all right.
I think he's fine.
But he does
I don't
have
think he's as great as everybody tries to portray him as, but I do like some of the stuff he says.
Yeah, some of the stuff he says makes sense.
Resonates, yeah.
He was talking about how parents have let the children run wild to where the children are telling mommy and daddy at such a young age, fuck you mom, fuck you dad, and doing whatever, and the parents are like, they're almost like a boyfriend that's smitten over his girlfriend, and she could do everything and fuck up his car and talk shit, and he's just so in love that he's just like, okay, yeah, that's just you. You're wild.
Just cognitive dissonance.
So what it's come from is that these parents are afraid that they can't discipline their child because they'll feel as though they'll interfere with the creativity and they'll fuck them up later on down the road, is what he was going on about.
Yeah.
Do you think that's where we're at? That we're trying
like on a societal level? Well, the bottom line is
we're being treated so
hard liberals don't. Well, one of the reasons that they allow, i.e. the fucking what you would call the black community or urban shitty community, fucking low income housing, and the gay pride parade and all this stuff to get away with abhorrent behavior, is the reason is because they don't see them or respect them as adults.
Yeah.
An adult takes
no
responsibility and has consequences for their actions. But if you're in the eyes of a liberal, which I've always said, I'm like, they have to label right wingers racist, because if they don't, and the fucking microscope, whatever you want to call it, fucking gets turned around on them, they're absolutely gonna be labeled a racist.
Yeah.
Anything a white person does that fucking doesn't jibe with societal norms, they're the first
Racist.
Motherfuckers that jump down their throat like, you know better, blah blah blah, is a fucking piece of shit, blah blah, and they'll light them up. Meanwhile, a black guy does like, well, let's look into his background. Let's do all that. Like, they don't respect you as adults.
Yeah.
Is what they're doing. They're treating you like children because they don't see you as equal.
So I saw your boy the other night,
Which one?
Dr. Phil.
Oh, the show?
Yeah.
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 Now, hell.
So he had some ladies that were on his show, and they were explaining pretty much what we're talking about.
Okay.
And this larger black lady stood up, and she said to the white skinny bitch,
Oh, the skinny mini.
skinny mini, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he turned it around
Saw
on
that
her because this black chick felt like she was getting attacked by skinny white mini, and Dr. Phil was like, well, how
You
can
said it, own it. That was
Yeah.
one of the things.
You can call her skinny mini, but she ain't said nothing about you.
Or she can't say
Just
nothing
telling
about
how
you
it
being
is.
fat.
Yeah. And
Because
she,
it's a
and then
one-way
and then the black chick's like, oh, well, never
I
mind
guess.
that. Never mind that.
And he
Like,
goes, no, you said it,
Yeah.
own it. Because that's what she said
Yeah,
to the
exactly.
skinny chick. Because she
Exactly.
goes, you said this about fat people. She goes, no, I didn't. A professor,
Dude,
a nutritionist said
that
that.
just
She goes, you
shows-
said it, own it.
that just shows where they're at cognitively,
Yes.
to where they cannot admit that they're fucking wrong. I've
Everybody-
seen it. I've watched them throw their trash into a door that leads into the trash compactor area. They
Just at
throw
the
their
door.
trash, a grown fucking adult, male, female, because that's all there is, throwing their trash bag at this door. It hits and it lands on the ground. The bag explodes. Why? Why does the bag explode? Because they bought it at the Dollar Tree. Because they spending the money too much on Jordans and other shit. And then I look
Jesus
at them
Christ.
and I say, hey, can you pick that shit up? And they're like, that ain't mine. I'm like, bruh, what the fuck you talking about? That is
Your-
yours.
Some of your old school photos are in here.
I
Come on.
just watched you throw that at the fucking door. Nah. Yeah. Yeah. This is where we're at. Grown adults raising their children in the same fashion.
Yeah.
And here we are.
I like I said, the only way that's going to shift culturally is because there's a lot of entitlement programs that doesn't lead to any respect because nothing's earned. 2 ways to make a slave: either work them without paying or pay them without working.
Paying without working, yeah, that's definitely
2 ways to make a slave.
Yeah.
But instead of making them work the fields, they just make them vote Democrat. But so, like I said, the only way you're going to do that is by siphoning some of those entitlement programs
yeah.
with some of the programs.
I totally agree. Totally agree.
But I did want to mention. So we mentioned earlier in the podcast.
Yeah,
We have this new wonderful soundboard.
it's so beautiful.
It is, and now we can take phone calls. We can put out phone calls. But one of the best things, is we can play video and get the live audio feed. So in honor of Pride Month, I decided I wanted to celebrate some of our older gay people.
Okay.
And I found this video. I liked it. I thought it was fun. Leather Daddy explains the hanky code.
Leather Daddy.
Leather Daddy is, it's a biker looking, not black guy, gay guy.
Yeah.
It's fucking,
Why's it gotta be black?
because it's black leather. That's why I said black. Black. But do you know what the hanky code is?
No.
So remember we were talking about Scott Thompson, how like secretive the gay community used to be back when it was frowned upon to be
Oh,
gay?
yeah.
So that's what this guy's talking about. Is they have these nonverbal visual cues to let other gays aware of what they're into and what they're about. You want to watch this?
Yeah, okay.
All right. So we'll describe what we're seeing.
So I see Santa Claus. He's wearing what looks like a whole bunch of leather that he bought from. God damn. Yeah, Santa Claus.
My name is Frank Cavallo. I go by
You're wearing a lot of
AKA
leather.
Sir Frank,
Oh, yeah.
AKA Teacher Bear. I'm a 60-year-old leather daddy. Today we're going to do a
60-year-old leather
little
daddy.
demo, an introduction class on the hanky code. A lot of people don't know what the hanky code is, and I'm here to enlighten. I'm not an expert, but I know my colors and I know what to do. The realization
Knows what to do.
back in the 70s, we were not able to proclaim our gayness. If you were seen talking to a guy alone, if a police was there, they would arrest you. We couldn't go up to a person and say, hey,
Pause. They didn't arrest gay people just for being gay. Maybe if you were doing something gay in public, like, public indecency, but like someone's like, you're arrested, you're under arrest for faggotry, young man. Like,
Sir, you're walking around with a vacuum. You must be a fag.
Yeah.
Now you're under arrest.
your outfit is far too coordinated in the back of the meat wagon for you, boy. Like, what the fuck? Like, they didn't just throw people. It wasn't a crime to be gay. It
No.
just was heavily frowned upon, and there were some sick fucks that did some horrible things to gay people. However, you weren't charged with homosexuality.
No.
Especially in this fucking dude's lifetime.
No.
The funny thing is, he's a bigger, fat, he kind of looks like a bear, what they call a bear in the gay community.
Yeah.
He's got this
he's a
giant-
big gay Santa Claus.
Yeah, and he's got this giant fupa, this fat upper penis area, that's like
Yeah.
stuffed into his leather pants. So it
I
was
know
like,
what a fupa is.
but like pussy areas usually. I'm like, this is a
Yeah.
fupa.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just.
That's where the fromunda grows.
I take umbrage with what he said right there. I understand that gays didn't have a good ride, especially during his lifetime. But
Yeah.
there's no reason to lie about it.
He's making it a little worse.
Yeah,
than
well, he
what it
has to
actually
because
was.
nobody wants to fuck this dude. Let's be real. No gay guy wants to fuck this ugly schmuck. He's a fucking zero in the gay
So
community.
you can move in.
This come from a
you can
2
move
in the gay
you
community.
can fuck me, suck me, whatever you want to do,
Fucking sucking.
bro. Whatever you want to do, bro. Just try it out.
But this guy gets an official Injustice for All.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
There you go, bud. Let's hear the rest of them.
hey, I like you. What are you into? So we wore the hanky codes to celebrate and let people know what we were into. Well, I think it's time now we go over the hanky code. So I'm going to take some hankies. I'm going to show you what they are. Usually when you buy a hanky, it's going to
So
look
it's like a straight up
this.
bandana,
Sometimes
like
it might
red
look
and blue
like
ones,
this.
you know.
Open.
Yeah, he's gotta
Better be
fold it.
careful with
I
the neighborhood
usually
you wear
fold
this
it in
in.
half, and then I fold it again, and I fold it this way. Putting half of it in my back pocket and half flag. There are also people who like to fold the hanky and make
This
it
is
like
old
a
school.
diamond and have a point
Yeah.
coming down.
Wow.
Even, of course,
This
you
is
have to
elaborate.
be everything even, otherwise you're not gay.
It has to be even, otherwise you're not gay.
It's like
If
how,
you wear it on the left, you're predominantly a sir top. If you wear it on the right, you're usually a boy, a sub, and you want to receive. On the right, I
oh,
want to
wow.
give.
Man,
on
they had a whole
Pause.
system.
Yeah, so if you you know what it reminds me of? Remember back in the day, if you like pierced your ear, like, oh, you got it on the gay side.
Oh yeah,
that's kind of what
it
it's
on the left side.
Yeah, so he says if you wear it in your left pocket, that means you're a dominant. If you had this bandana hanging
Yeah.
out of your back pocket, your back left pocket, you were a dominant. You had it out of your right, you were a sub.
Okay.
But he calls them boys. You were a boy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe you just raped a couple gangbangers, bro. Like, you ever think of that?
Just a boy.
He just a boy. You shouldn't have done that. He deep dicking your goo goblin.
on the left. First hanky, my favorite, daddy. Wear it on the left, you're a daddy. You wear it on
That's
the
a
right,
green one.
you're a bottom or a boy. The tan hanky is a cigar hanky.
The
You're
fuck does
into
that mean?
cigar smoke in general. Wear it on the left, you
So-
want to feed a
so
boy.
you smoke
wear it on
weed?
the
I
right,
don't understand
you
that.
wanna
Dick?
feed-
Maybe.
Get it. Gray hanky, bondage. Left, you're the
self-explanatory.
top doing bondage. Right, you're the bottom taking it. The black hanky, you're into S&M. Once again, all hankies, if you're on the
hot.
left, you're top giving. If you're on
Is
the
there a
right,
class for
you're
this?
bottom receiving.
Oh, we're on it. Purple one.
You're into piercing. Orange
Piercings.
is the different one. On the left means
So, pause. The purple one was for piercings?
Yeah.
That's not a sexual activity. I'm sorry. If any fucking broad was like, I would just like even if she tried to have me be the dominant one, like, hey, I want you to pierce me, I'd be like, yeah, hold on, let me go get my kit for my car, and you would just
Well,
hear
maybe
me
they're
fucking
into piercings.
You would just hear this, just me pulling out, fucking getting the fuck out of that
Maybe they're
neighborhood.
into piercings.
That's the thing, though, is what he's saying. You're into piercings, but like, for him in this hanky code,
Yeah.
like the act of piercing is one of their sexual acts.
Oh, doing it?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what he's like.
I thought it was if seeing like
no, into
titties
piercings. No,
pierced.
because why would you be like, I'm really into guys with nipple rings?
But
Like, who gives a shit?
but I just want to clarify. We're talking about a video of a person that has a psychological issue.
This guy's definitely got something going on, and
Yeah.
his fupa in his pants, because he's got these skinny legs, like normal dude legs, but then there's just this like,
Talk
it
about
looks like
Santa,
he's
like-
stuffed like he's
This is
stealing a
2000
comforter from Walmart.
This
in his
is
pants.
2020 Santa. He's gonna be covered in leather, and he's looking for some
I'm gonna
boys
stuff your stocking with cum.
or a hanky.
All right, let's go. I backed it up a
if
little
you're
bit.
on the right, you're a bottom receiving. Purple.
This purple one.
You're into piercing. Orange is the different one. On the left means anything, anywhere, anyhow.
That's the orange
on
one.
The
That's
right,
when you're into
leave
everything.
me alone. I want nothing. Navy blue, you're into f***ing. So
Anal
left,
sex
I'm
is
gonna
blue,
f-
so
you.
just-
Right, me please. Light blue, you're a sucker.
Oral
Left,
sex.
you give me suck my right. Let me suck your. Red is coming to one of my favorites. Fisting. Left, you're a fisting top. Right, you're a fisting bottom.
Pause.
Yellow.
Pause. Oh, so like you like
The
imagine.
light blue is fisting.
No, it was red.
Oh, it was
And
red. That was his favorite.
It was like, he's like, these are one of my particular favorites.
Oh, my
fisting.
goodness.
And like, imagine that you walking around, you see some guy, and that's a red one. That's a banger color.
Yeah.
Like, say you walk around, you see a blood, like you into fisting.
Yeah, all the bloods.
Yeah, it's in their right pocket. Like,
Like,
imagine
what the
that guy's
fuck,
like,
Hans?
oh boy, am I
Like
into
all these
fisting.
guys that keep going up to me, they're trying to fist me in my ass.
This guy tried to put a fist up my ass, man.
I don't understand.
Oh my god, that's fucking
This
hilarious.
white guy, they wears.
That wears.
They wears. The guy, I was at Home Depot. He saw my bandana. He thought he wanted to put
And
my.
I started shoving. Why is it Al Pacino fucking Scarface?
That's-
He's getting
that's
raped.
you.
Me?
Yeah, that's you.
Oh,
Is that what mine sounds like?
I don't know.
Oh, it's okay.
That's definitely Al Pacino.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You want to say hello to the bad guy?
Now I got the white one in my back pocket. Means I want to sniff coke off your cock.
Let's see what Santa Claus has to say.
Backed it up again. Back to oral
Left,
sex.
you give me suck my right. Let
Here we
me
go. It's
suck
back to
your-
fisting.
Red is coming to one of my favorites. Fisting. Left, you're a fisting top. Right, you're a fisting bottom. Yellow, it's water sports. Piss. If you want,
Ew.
wear it on your left. I'll feed you my piss as much as you could take.
Wow.
Wear it on
God.
the right. That's not enough. Give me more.
That was a plug.
Those
He
are
just plugged himself.
Just basic hanky codes. The pup community has
Who-
hanky codes. The lesbian
distributing
community has
this
hanky
video?
codes.
The
Most of
lesbians,
them are
gays, they all have
the
their
same.
different
Pups
codes.
usually see a
No, but
bone
I mean,
on
like,
it.
who's,
There's roughly
like,
60, maybe.
Who's
even
producing
more.
this video?
It's so lately since Pride Month. Oh, this is from Grinder. Oh, wow, weird. I'm subscribed.
You just got a notification.
Yeah, it's getting rough. Well, it's what happens when I wear my red bandana around town.
Yikes.
Right pocket,
Yikes.
fisting bottom. Also water sports.
Do you have anything that can top that?
No, not for this podcast.
Not for this one?
No. So, like I said, we just wanted to test out the new board.
Okay.
Have a new podcast to come out because we missed last week because we were getting all this stuff together.
We're waiting for that little Chinaman to make all this equipment
Yeah.
so we can get it.
Yep, the shipping took a while. But all right, just want to let everybody know now that now we have more microphones. Now we can take phone calls. Now we can play videos. And now
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
I have a soundboard. Oh, yeah. All right, we'll talk to you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
I'm into fisting. Bye-bye.